Hello guys, it's been a while since I recorded the new video, and the aim of today's video is pretty simple. I want to show you how you could have PHP running in GitHub Codespaces and how you could debug your code. So for those of you who don't know what GitHub Codespaces is, it's a really fancy feature that we have been using for the last couple of years. Its slogan is secure development made simple. So without any further ado, I will show you how this works. So I have a repository that I have prepared. It's under the local university organization. So it's PHP Codespace start. And on that repository, I will click code, then go to Codespaces and click on this green button that says create Codespace on main. As I have already clicked on it, I get a message that my Codespace is being set up. I already see the Visual Studio Code in here. I see that Copilot is up and running for me. It's still loading. So while it's still loading, I'll show you what is the setup. So if you go to .dev container, you see the dev container JSON file. In that file, we have a Docker file. And we're using PHP 8.4. We also have some Xdebug environment variables like the client host, the client port. Also, we do have a couple of commands. We have post create command, which will actually run composer install. And then we have some Xdebug command. What do we have in our Docker file? If you open the Docker file, you see that we are using PHP CLI. We're installing some extensions, and then we are creating a new user specifically for this use case. Last but not least, we are adding Composer and making sure that we are adding the Xdebug and copying the configurations. So let's see where we are. It seems that I already see the files, which is good. The place where it will show everything is up and running would be once it opens the README for me. So let's see. Now it's opening the README, and also I see my terminal and I see the ports up and running. What do we have in our composer JSON file? Well, we have an option to run composer serve. If we run this, it will serve the index.php file under the public folder here. And in there, what we have is a really simple application saying hello from GitHub Codespaces. So let's try it, composer serve. When you write that, it will start a server. We get a notification to open this in a new browser tab, and it will forward the port. And now we get the message, hello from GitHub Codespaces, and this is the actual logic and how it works. So if there are any parameters A and B, it will try to find the sum of them. And if there aren't, it will just say hello. So I'll just add parameter A and parameter B like this. And now when I have added parameter A and parameter B, I get the sum, which is 45. So we already have a GitHub Codespace that is up and running. I will stop the server and show you how you could run the debugger. The first thing that I have prepared is we could listen for and launch the web built-in server. So I'll just add a breakpoint here and here. And when I click start the built-in web server, it will open a new browser window for me, and it should stop on the actual breakpoint. Now I get the notification, and I'm already here with the debugger. I see the local values, and I could go through them. I could watch some of them. I could see how this is evaluated and etc. So actually we do have a up and running debugger. Another way that you could start the debugger is you could choose here launch currently open script. If I do that, it will start the debugger for the index.php file again because I'm inside the index.php file. And the third version that I have added is listen for Xdebug. How this works is, let's say if you have a console application or something else, it will listen for it. In our use case, what we have is inside the terminal, we have added a custom command xdebug on, and if I run the composer test, so we do have some tests, they are in here, composer test. So if I run composer test, it will run my PHP unit and I will get a notification that the tests run successfully. The tests are inside the test folder, and in here I could add a breakpoint, those two, and I could start the debugger, like listen for the Xdebug, and then say Xdebug on composer test, which will, in my case, try to execute the actual test, and you could see the debugger just started. So now I'm inside a console execution of the PHP unit. So in short, we have three different ways how we could start Codespace with PHP and have a debugger. The debugger is set in this .vs code, and it's inside launch.json. In here we have all the configurations. So if you are a student from the local university, what you need to do is to remember how once you have access to this repository, it will be linked in the video. You click on the code spaces and create a new one, and then how you could see your code. So this means running composer surf in the index.php file. The rest is extra, so if you're curious, feel free to try it, but we will gradually get to there. So thank you again, and I hope I will hear from you soon.